intel mansion right now. Look.
What's going on, you guys? Dangerous Boost here, bringing you guys today some more Battlefield Hardline post-patch gameplay. And today I wanted to cover the new and improved battle rifles, specifically the HK51 and the HCAR, or HCAR, as I just really like to pronounce it all of a sudden. Anyways, looking at how these guns are now performing, before these things had recoil out the wazoo. These things would fly right in the sky, recoil would be all over the place, and bursting it is really difficult, these guns, because their RPM for the HCAR is only 430, I believe, and the HK51 is about 500 or so. So realistically, if you're trying to burst fire a gun that shoots extremely slow, you're realistically only shooting one bullet at a time. Now with this new patch, as you can see, these guns are completely brought right into line. The recoil is very low, it's very manageable to control, and it's not as aggravating as per se trying to control it before. Definitely now very good rifles brought into the competition for the SCAR-H and the SA-58. Now, the question that still brings up with these battle rifles is their RPM is still very, very slow. Now, having a 430 RPM, especially for the HCAR, it's still not viable enough to bring it surpassed the SCAR-H. The SCAR-H does shoot faster, it's more controllable, and realistically it's a lot easier to use for the average player. Although battle rifles do have all fast reloads across the board, I guess reason for picking the HCAR is it just feels fun. The HCAR is a modern version of the BAR, or the BAR, from World War II, and it's just really fun to use, and think it's such like a nostalgic gun brought back that you had no idea that there's a modern version of it, nor was it even used by the police on that fact. But going back into the balance issues, it's still, the SCAR-H still does outclass the HCAR, but it's definitely no longer a complete over-dominance. Definitely the HCAR is a very good battle rifle, and picking it up and using it isn't bad at all. Now, flipping over to the criminal side, the HK51, or the G3A3, which is the HK51 is just a shortened down version of it, is very good on its own, having a collapsible stock unlike the fixed stock from the G3A3, but now it's definitely the better between the HCAR and HK51. Shooting at a bit of a higher RPM, I think that's what really gives it its over on the opposite of it, the HCAR. Now, still, realistically, the SA-58 is still better. It still has a higher rate of fire, easier to control, and the reloads are still very, very quick. But like I said, even with the HCAR, it's still a great contender for an amazing battle rifle. And it's not that, picking it up is going to cost you to lose more firefights. All these BRs are very slow-shooting guns with ridiculous amounts of damage. So whichever you pick up, however you use it, it's not that you're throwing yourself really any worse of a situation. It's just whatever you really feel like using. And I think that's a good feeling for the BRs. I know it sounds weird. Well, Moose, they all kind of really sound underpowered. Well, realistically, you gotta pick your engagements properly. These things have amazing accuracy at long range now. And with their long damage, I believe it's a max of 43 damage that these things can dish out. That's a lot of power behind one shot. And you can hit people very accurately with slow RPM, and you can be nice and accurate, and you can absolutely devastate the opposing. Now I'm going to go ahead and do a full in-depth on the HK51 and the HCAR separately, just so you can get a really full review of each of their stats coming up next week. But other than that, that's going to help wrap up today's news covering the HCAR and the HK51. If you guys did enjoy, don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe. I'm the Dangerous Boost, and I'll see you sexy beasts in the next episode. Peace.